Oh, Jesus Christ. Please. Please, dear God, let me sleep. Just for 5 minutes. Oh, God. The light. What the hell is this? Loony Poony? Hello and welcome to another episode of Loony Poony on Sin Nation. I have two guests with me here today. Yeah, I said that right. Angelique and Andrew. From Angelique TV, you've blessed us with your presence.
I am back.
Hi.
I am back.
She's back and we
Held
have a
against
new
my
one.
will, but I'm back.
They never left. Now, we've got a great show lined up today. We're talking about dating horror stories in general, real stuff to spook you, crazy news story, and something called Poseidon's Kiss. It'll blow your mind, hopefully not. Here on Sin Nation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Loony Poony. Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
How have you guys been?
I'm great.
Yeah,
How
pretty
are you?
good, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well, I'm about to make your lives a lot better with this news story.
Okay, I'm really excited.
Now, it's from the Mirror, UK. So,
So it's true.
Unbiased.
It has to be true, right?
yeah. Well, I hope it's true, because if it's not true, then they've got some great journalists over there. Now, this news story is people are getting naked to film themselves sitting on posh cakes because it turns them on.
Posh cakes.
Posh cakes. Really nice cakes.
Oh, okay,
Really
it's like a
nice.
fancy cake. Like
Yeah,
a fancy
with
AF cake.
swirls and colours and magic. Now, people what they do is they derobe, if you will, and they get their bare bum and a camera and sit on a cake.
In public?
No, but they do post the video.
Video.
So, like, in the comfort of their own home?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Except this company have actually made it. They're taking professional. They're called Bombus and Par. They're taking professional footage, so the footage is really high quality of just bare bums sitting on cakes.
Wouldn't
That's-
that get, like, all up in there?
Yeah.
And that turns people on?
Yeah, but it's not just normal cakes. It's like jelly cakes.
Jelly. Oh, jelly up there.
Yeah, jelly. Except the jelly is like a spire. so it
So it-
really gets up there.
Now I can just
Like a
think of
jelly-
jelly.
Yeah, the little it
Wait, I
like
can't say
wiggles.
that word, I'm not really sure.
What word? Yeah. On-air checks with Sin Nation. Oh, and that was Asta Shine. That was a song you heard, by the way. I don't know why that reminded me to do a callback to the song.
Yeah, Jolly Dildo, so.
Now, it's a sexual fetish. Oh,
Yeah.
kind of obviously. And Bombus and Par, what they've done is, it's a whole different range of bums. So it's not just like a nice curvy bum of a beautiful lady. They've got a guy's bum, a hairy guy's bum, people of all different shapes and sizes sitting on cakes of all different shapes and sizes.
That's amazing.
It's pretty equal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
Quality all
I'm
around.
all for it. I think it's great.
Power to the people.
Yeah, power to the people and to the cakes they're sitting on. Now, they've actually even catered at Mark Ronson's 33rd birthday party.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so, what it is
Wait,
it's
like,
actually...
The cakes to be eaten or cakes to be sat on?
well,
It's a birthday party.
Did he sit on it?
it doesn't say, sadly.
So
So
he
he
sat
sat
on
on
it.
it. It's actually also a glow-in-the-dark alcoholic cake.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
So,
And
like,
that
if you
is
don't
really
wash
cool.
everything...
That'd actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So wait,
You
so
ta-
if you don't, like, wash everything after you sit down, it's
You're
gonna, like, your ass is gonna glow for,
You're
like,
going
days?
to go take a shower and you're going to look in
Yeah.
the mirror and go, oh my God, I'm glowing. The sun shines.
That usually happens to me every time I take a shower, so it's not really any different.
Yeah. Mom, it happened again. No, they actually... They're called splosh parties because the term for sitting on a cake with bare bum and filming it is sploshing.
Splosh.
How did they come up with these words?
I don't know. Sploshing does sound like the name. I mean, that is the noise it makes when a butt hits a cake.
I thought it'd be-
Splosh.
thought it'd be more like a plonk.
Or like
yeah,
a...
like a...
Wait, I can't make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to make a
tried.
noise with my hands.
She was. Now, they came out with a quote to the Mirror, and it was, innocently, which is a great word to start the sentence off with.
With sploshing, yeah.
Yeah, we looked online to see what this might involve, to find a steamy scene where folks get turned on by sitting in puddles of baked beans. At that time, we declined. Now, but several years later, as the craze gained more online traction, the company decided to reconsider their options. So they tried to start out with sitting in baked beans. Didn't work. People went, hey, we like to sit on cakes instead. And then Bombas and Pa went, well, for some reason we're still around, so hey, let's cater for that.
Yeah,
Are these like fully-
catering for the higher end. That seems pretty
Yeah,
fair.
they've
these, like,
gone
fully
from
edible
savoury
cakes?
to... Yeah, these are cakes.
Yeah,
So you can eat it.
you eat
you
it
can
off his
also
ass.
sit on it.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
They're actual cakes.
So you can like...
These
wait,
people are a cake company.
Maybe like it's like some crazy fetish thing where someone sits on it, right? And then they lie on the table and then they eat off their ass.
Well,
off their ass.
that is kind of what I was thinking, but
Included in the package,
You like-
obviously.
yeah, obviously.
yeah, maybe, but it doesn't say that. So
Yeah, I think it's more like a disclosure statement.
yeah, I think so. Mirror are like, oh, censorship, we can't say that.
Yeah.
But luckily we're
We're not...
we're on Loony Poony, so we can say that. That's basically what this show is. So it literally well, they actually came out and said it's a variety of different desserts, so it's not strictly cakes.
Oh.
You can lower your
What
bum.
about like a chocolate mousse? Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh,
no, that's
oh.
crossing a few lines.
Too,
there,
yeah,
I
that's
think.
too close to home.
Then you're going to get like people doing the DIY stuff.
I'm just trying to figure out what would...
My 21st
trying to
birthday is
figure
coming
out in
up
my
in 2
head.
years.
I'm just trying to figure out in my head what would feel like texture-wise nice to sit on.
I immediately went to a because I just love them, cheesecake.
Baked or fresh?
Oh, sat in the fridge for a few days. But if it's cold though, then you do that thing where you sit and you go, oh.
Like you do in the bath when it's
Yeah.
hot. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, crap.
Or like when
Yeah,
you
the
get
bath.
when you
Yeah.
get the water from the toilet,
That's
you
what
go,
I was thinking
no, which we're going to go into later.
Speaking of toilets.
Yeah, foreshadowing. See, this radio show's we've got depth. We have several layers to it.
Character development.
Now we're going to go into our topic: horror stories. Yay!
Yeah.
Now,
We also are really excited for these horror stories.
who isn't excited?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, when you go into these situations, you at least know you're going to get a story out of it, whether it be bad or good.
This is true.
Good.
Yeah. Well, you hope it's good. But have you guys got any personal, particular stories?
I do.
You
Yeah.
do.
I do.
Lay it on us, Angelique.
All right, am I going first?
You're going
All right,
first.
story time. So,
We just spanned the bottle in the studio.
so after recently deleting my Tinder and starting it again the other night, I went on a Tinder date with this guy or whatever. It was pretty okay at the start. I wasn't too interested in him, but I was like, yeah, we'll see where the night goes. We ended up going to see a movie, and then like that's when he tried to lay the moves on me, and I was like, dude, I actually want to watch this bloody movie. Can you stop?
What movie was it?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, true.
Shout out to my Harry Potter peeps. Luckily, it was the second time I had seen that movie because I didn't end up watching any of that movie.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to fend off this guy the entire bloody time. He was absolutely insane. And he was holding my hand or whatever, which is fine. It's pretty PG. Like, that's okay.
That's good.
That's
That's a good
okay.
step forward.
That's
alright.
fine.
I'll take that.
And then, like, the hand went to his mouth. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is he doing? And then he stuck my thumb in his mouth. And I was like, what are you doing? That was a neck. Started sucking my finger. I was like, can you please stop?
Quick shout out to our listeners. Content warning. If you are under the age of 18,
So sorry.
please turn away. Angelique is going to ruin your minds.
Yeah, pretty
And then
much.
I told him pretty much to like lay off. And then he's like, oh, who's your daddy? And I'm like, please stop. I can't deal.
You just grabbed your phone. Well, I'm calling him right now.
Daddy!
Help. Help. And then you just hand
Daddy,
it
are you
over.
my dad?
I have a particular set of skills.
Okay,
so-
safe to say that is not going
No.
to a second date.
No,
No?
that's a shame.
Nah.
Oh.
Well, he laid on his moves, and he went for it, whatever it may
That was
be.
the first time he met me, though. Like,
That is fairly. Yeah, I've been pretty good with dates lately, where they've been really just calm and normal and great.
Yeah.
Where it's been really normal, actually.
That's good.
Really?
It's been, yeah.
Surprisingly normal for you.
I know, which, yeah, it's
Normal
weird, right?
for you is like...
Yeah.
It's like
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Because it's me. But that is, whoa. Damn, that's...
So you don't have any horror stories because all of yours have been good.
Well, no. These
Okay.
are... Okay, the last date I've been on in the last 6 months has been one date. So, statistically, there was not much room for anything to go wrong.
Right, yeah.
Oh, true.
So, yeah, I've got horror stories, though, from mainly high school horror stories.
Oh, okay.
Of just moments of where you take a step back, like a few days later, and you go, wow, that is going to make a funny story one day on a radio station. But right now...
Are you going to share it with us?
Oh, yeah, I can share it with you.
Okay.
I had one where I was at a high school year 10 formal
Oh, yeah.
with my date at the time. And like near the end, because I suffered cognitive fatigue back then, and I had like a little absent seizure, so I just zoned out completely and I was gone, and kind of ruined the evening for the date because, you know,
To be
didn't
fair,
get to do anything.
it's not your fault.
Yeah, not my fault, but yeah, it was still kind of bad. And all of the teachers thought I'd taken drugs.
Of course.
Yeah,
So I couldn't leave. I had to stay back for like an hour after the formal ended with my date there, and she was bored and I was out of it.
Oh my god.
And they're like, they started to interrogate me, and they thought I'd taken something, and I was just,
I think they were just jealous because, you know, you didn't give them anything.
Yeah.
it's like, how can this guy do this and not have to spend money? And like she was just sitting there, and it was just and they just interrogated me, and she was like, no, it's him. He just has, but she didn't know, so she didn't know how to explain it. So it was, no, he has things. It's complicated. It's not his fault.
They didn't ring your parents?
No.
That sounds a bit illegal.
Because
Yeah.
they thought,
I think you should sue them.
I think you should sue them.
Well, because they thought I'd taken something, so it was like, let's not call his parents just yet. Let's make sure.
You should sue them
Sue
for
'em.
emotional trauma.
And it was just
Defamation.
I eventually came out of it, and like a teacher who
Litigation.
knew me went, "Oh, what's Aiden still doing here?" And they're like, "We think he's taking drugs." And he's like, "Oh no, he just does that." Don't worry, that kid's just weird. He's fine. Don't worry
Surely
about
they
it.
know by now, right?
Yeah.
They're
Well,
your
yeah.
teachers.
Then after that, they were like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's fine."
They give
It'll
you like
make
a box
funny
of chocolates
story.
or anything like that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even get a free photo for the evening.
Oh, you
I got
kidding me?
nothing.
They didn't even
just
give you
took
like
me
an
home.
A+ on your next assignment?
No, I know, right? What was funny
You
was
need to sue them from conversation.
it was the school counsellor that held me back. That was the funny thing.
You think a school counsellor would know?
Yeah. Well, I'd seen her for like 2 years, which made it even funnier.
Oh my
It was
god.
like, this lady's supposed to know me. This is really awkward.
Ugh.
Ooh.
School
that-
systems, huh?
Yeah, no, that didn't go anywhere after that formal. That did not go anywhere.
Jeez.
Oh, it was terrible. We're going to take you on a magical ride through the medium of audio with a continuation of our topic on kind of horror stories, but not really. Because
Horror
topics...
experience stories.
Well, topics are hard, and... Well, I'm not in
And
the
topics
mood
are
for
broad,
hard ones.
so it fits. It's fine.
Topics are broad.
Broad.
We-
Like a broads in Atlanta.
Now,
Yeah.
Andrew,
Mature content
do you have
warning.
a story for us here on... Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Mature content warning.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Because we
Angelique.
didn't say that last time.
I'm the main host. I should know to do this.
It's okay. It's my second time on this show and I run it already.
Congrats.
Taking our jobs.
Yes, that's right. The women are taking over. Watch out.
Yeah. All right. So, what could we call it? Like, a mature, fine establishment. We'll leave it
Yes.
a mature, fine
A-
establishment.
A mature gallery.
Yeah, a gallery, a visual displaying gallery. It's sort of in competition with what's that massive building, the Arts Gallery, with
the-
the massive spiral.
The art gallery.
Center. The art center.
Ooh, gallery of art.
Yeah, it's in competition with that. I'd say it's pretty
It's
good.
a feast for the eyes, a celebration of the human image,
Oh, that's
Ooh,
good.
that's-
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a delicious line. Delicious.
or as some people say, a centre for female empowerment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
some
it's
people
pretty
say.
empowering, you know.
you.
The hip pocket. The hip pocket.
Yes.
Because it hurt my hip pocket.
Actually, well, yeah, I mean, it is good money.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I wish I was an attractive man.
Or attractive woman.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, no, I think you could post for those fireman
I could be a woman.
calendars.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have like the suspenders with a kitty cat. Meow.
That could work, yeah.
Totally.
So in this fine establishment.
Yeah, so in this fine establishment, there was... it was on a night of, say, an acquaintance's, birthday celebration sort of week.
I'll be the translator. It was your 18th birthday.
Let's not make it too complicated.
Yeah, and we're having some good times, good laughs, and I thought, hey, let's go to this fine establishment. Heard it was pretty good, got some good reviews.
On Yelp.
Yelp, yeah, Yelp.
Took a while to bring my food, but when it came, it was all right.
No, what's the food?
It's a bit warm and moist.
The pool table was empty, but the drinks were okay.
There was a pool table.
Yeah, people were playing pool.
Not fancy.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I don't remember that.
I do, because I remember sitting there going, why aren't you at Crown playing pool? Or like at Melbourne Central at Strike Bowling Bar.
Oh, true. Yeah, there's like this AMF bowling place. And it was like this little dodgy little pool table.
Yeah.
And then there was literally a pool house next door.
The people in the pool house are looking through the window like they're taking our damn business.
Yeah, but it was a bit
Okay.
like, it was like dodgy. It was like half like broken on the side. I was like, nah. I'll go for the upper class. So yeah, we went to the
Wait,
upper class.
I know the place you're talking about.
The one off Dandenong Road near
Yeah,
IKEA.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's good as.
It's actually great.
Yeah, no, I walked in and I was like, it's like, IDs. I'm like, IDs for what?
Yeah.
I'm playing pool, not
God,
like...
this is
I'm
how
buying
hardcore is
drugs
your
or something.
billiards?
Are we playing with like heads or something? I have to like whack your head into the other one. And then he's like, oh, do you want like the UK or the American? I'm like,
Oh yeah, I got
they
asked
both
that.
look the same to me.
Yeah,
I'm
I got asked that, and I'm like,
I was like, I'll choose the American. It looks pretty cool, And then I was like, oh shit, what's the price? And then I said it's like $9 for half an hour. I'm like, oh, that's pretty decent. I'll
That's
take
all
that.
right. That's all right. So, this fine establishment.
Yeah.
No, okay,
Off track, off
Getting
track.
to the fine establishment, yeah. So then, me and the lads had this crazy idea that,
Me and the lads.
yeah,
So, any good story starts with so me and the lads.
Yeah.
The lads and I,
me.
Andrew.
It was me, yeah.
Had this crazy idea.
Yeah.
You walked up to the front. You're like, just me and the lads, and the bouncer just looked at you and went, "You're alone." And you're like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, no, that was a couple of blocks back. There's guys spewing everywhere. So
That
no, it was actually leading up to it. I was a bit dizzy from like all the strobe lights before and stuff like that.
No, yeah.
Just the strobe lights.
Yeah, I know because I got like a recessiveness. Like
Uh-huh.
the strobe lights.
Uh-huh.
It hurts me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know a good friend Angelique, don't you?
Yeah, I
But
do,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. This is
So, and I was walking
fine
up there,
establishment.
and I was dizzy, and I was like, "This is around the corner," and I tripped and almost walked it. You know those keep left signs? Almost broke it. I like knocked into it. So I was like, "Whoa!" So then a good lad of mine, he held me up, made sure we got there. We get to the door, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
we got to the door,
Go to the door.
and then this guy comes up, big, bulky, everything, broad shoulders.
Those guys, they always pick great guys. I imagine the job interview, because the interviewer always has to be scarier than the interviewee. So the interviewer for the bouncer jobs must be a brick house. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, now you got me off track. What was I?
Yeah, you walk up to the door.
I walk up
What's
to the
funny
door.
is you don't need help to get off track, but for some reason I did it anyway.
Yeah, and then so then the bouncer walks up to us. There's a group of guys who thought, what do the boys want? And he's like, walks up to us. We just thought, we're gonna have some fun at the the gallery of.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was with you. I was in your crew, quotation marks.
I was
and
not
we
in
were
this
we were
crew,
all pretty
just-
like, we've never done this before. We were pretty nervous.
Yeah, we're like, what do we
'Cause it's
do?
like-
So then the
What
guy
do I
walks
do with
up.
my hands?
Yeah, the guy walks up and he's like, stands in front of the door. He's in between us as like an intermediary. And he walks up and he goes, "All right, boys, we're all straight in, no shit, like that. And I was like, oh, whoa, okay.
It is one interesting question to ask men going into a strip club. Straight, no shit, right? Because you're faced with that question, and you're like, what do I say? Do I go, well, I was thinking about it, but now that you mention it,
but when I first got that, I was like, two interpretations. Does he mean like the literal, or does he mean like the face value?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna. Is he like because? Is he gonna? You're not gonna mess anything up,
Yeah.
or like
Or
grab
does
the
he
women
mean-
or something like
yeah,
that,
like-
or does he mean like straight,
Is he,
straight?
like,
You're gonna like help the business, make money.
well, that's a good point. I had that moment too of, what do we do?
I was like, nah, we're all good.
yeah, man.
So you enjoyed that
totes.
fine establishment?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, interesting story out of that fine
Oh
establishment.
yeah. Do you have something to share?
Oh, I do,
Share
and I'm
the
going to
class.
continue it. You guys are going to have to stay in tune because I'm going to make this interesting, because we're going to split it up, have a song in between. Part 2
fancy.
coming up next. Welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. That was Hollow Coves with Coastline. That was a good song. I was surprised. Well,
Yeah, I
sorry.
wrote that.
Sorry, I wasn't surprised. I'm sure they are amazing artists, but I liked that. That was good. We're continuing with our story from before.
Part 2.
Part 2 of this fine establishment. I remember when we were there with the lads and we were all having a wonderful time. I was striking up conversation with all of the workers and great conversation.
Yeah.
I had to talk to one of them about quantum physics and the snowball theory. It was great. And we were sitting around we were in there for what seemed like an eternity. And at one point, as we all kind of, did our little thing and we were sitting around a table, we were missing one person, one of the members of this little collective. And we were all waiting, sitting around. We were all getting kind of tired, hungry, talking to the people. Actually, I was the only one talking to the women. Everyone else was shocked that I was. That was great.
Yeah.
Great conversation. Anyway, we were all sitting around doing this, and we're like, where has this one person gone? Boy, well, we'll just wait. 1 hour passes, 2 hours, like 2.5 hours. We're just sitting around at this small table, tired, hungry, just wanting to go home. And out of nowhere, here he comes with like his shirt slightly ruffled, his hair all over the place, and his like cheesy grin. And he's like, hey lads. And we're just,
I remember that.
unknown person. What? Where have you been for the last 2.5 hours? And
Reaching about.
it was just, we found out and we're all just, oh my god,
You went to see a private exhibition.
Yes, and spent a hilarious amount of money.
It was good artwork, though.
Yeah.
Well, we
rate
all
it.
laughed when we found out how much. We all laughed
How much?
very hard. We're not allowed to say. But it was hilarious. And we all laughed very much.
I
And
wanna
it
know
was
how much
a
later.
lot of... Yeah, I'll tell you
Thanks
later.
so much.
It was 3 hours, something like that. And we'd been in there
This
for
person
already a
was missing.
long time.
Relax, man. It wasn't 3 hours.
Come on, Andrew. It was like 3 hours.
Mate,
Where were you?
We only at the place for 2 hours.
You revealed him to the world!
But that 2 hours...
We're talking about a third person still. He's just sitting there,
not Andrew.
quietly.
I just remember sitting there, and one of your friends was just... He was so tired.
Oh,
He had his head in his hands like,
oh, that was...
where is
Oh, speaking of that guy, there's actually a funny ass story to that. Him being tired and everything.
Yeah, he's like,
I
let's
found
just go
out-
to Macca's.
Found out later that a fellow worker, individual, artist. We'll call her an artist. She, approaches him, asks how he's going,
Oh, yes!
seeing if he's having a good night. If he wants, see a private
Do you want to
exhibition.
reenact this,
Yeah.
Andrew? You can be him, I can be the lady.
All
All right, I'll just...
right. Is there any profanities allowed? Or we have to suppress that?
We'll clean it up a bit. You're allowed a little bit.
Well, there's only one profanity, but all right.
So, how are you?
I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I just want to fucking go home. I'm tired.
Do you want a private show?
No, I just want Macca's. I'm tired.
Yeah, I was actually. That's end scene. I was actually there. I was sitting next to him, and that was exactly what he was like. He was like, I just want to go home. I just want to go to Macca's. And she was actually draping over him. Like, I'll give you everything you want. And he's like, well, I just want Macca's.
I want to go home. I want to go to my bed.
Like, I'm just tired. I just want to sleep. And I'm sitting in the corner just dying. Because I'm like, you've had this beautiful woman drape herself over you, and your only response is, I just want to go. And it really made my night.
Yeah, that was probably funny.
But I was
on par.
I'm like, in that situation, I would be like, yes, you're great. I don't have any money as I'm a uni student. And I spend all of my money on food and public transport. But thank you for inquiring, but I'm afraid I'm too tired. Actually, I wouldn't have said that. I'd just be like, I don't have the money. Oh,
You're like, yeah, but is it for free? Thanks so much.
Although I did,
Mates rates.
Here's my card.
Sorry?
A fellow lad in this group did get a birthday special. So
You are? Yes, he did.
yeah,
He did.
Did he now?
Yeah, he got a
Interesting.
birthday special.
Birthday special and then spent another 3.5 hours.
Well,
Getting another birthday special?
Considering my birthday special is going to the movies with my girlfriend and my friends and being like, yeah, this is fun.
Okay, you need a new birthday special.
Would you rate
I
that?
know.
Which birthday special would you rate better? That one or
Oh, I know.
the other lads?
You're the other other lads.
I'm doing a very good job of this.
I'd make a terrible spy.
Yeah.
The name's Bond. Jonathan. Damn it. Sorry, can we redo that?
Can you just pretend like you didn't hear my real name?
Sorry. I'm looking for the guy on my hit list. I mean, it's his birthday.
I'm giving him a birthday special.
As I'm like screwing the silencer on the guy.
What?
Well, see, what's funny about that is it's not really a horror story for the other lad. Because he had a great time. It's a horror story for everyone else who was like, God damn it, where is he?
Yeah.
Just want to go. We got home at like
Just want
7.
to go home.
Yeah, that's
Hungry.
right.
I shared a bed with the guy who was like, I just want to get home. And he was out. He was gone.
Did you
Really?
Did you guys
Yeah.
get food on the way home?
No,
Oh no,
we
because
were
you
too
fell
tired.
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we
God
actually-
forbid anyone speaks up.
Right.
We
How
actually-
you fell asleep in the car?
We all
Yeah.
did. We were all. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
like 8 of us.
apparently.
We all fell asleep.
Yeah, apparently one of the other lads was saying that our heads
Yeah.
were like merged, like
Yours and Aiden's?
yeah, Aiden and I, our heads were like merged together. They were like leaning like
Aw.
perfectly symmetry.
Oh,
That's so
like
sweet.
little
I don't remember
Siamese
that.
twins.
I
Neither
was
do
too
I.
tired.
I remember waking up in the service lane and I was like, oh, phew, time machine.
Yeah, I just remember waking up and going, ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, sunrise. Ah. Oh, it was classic.
Almost said something I'm not allowed to say.
With Angelique saying something she's not allowed to say, let's go into the next song with... Welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. That was
Woo.
Carolina Isabel with Stay. Yay. That
Woo.
rhymed. Ha! Clever rhymes and happy times on Loony Poony.
Buster Rhymes right here on Sin Nation.
Yeah, you're going to have a scrawny, white Greek guy. Now rap.
Only if you do it in Greek.
Oh, yes.
Let's not even get started on the topic of Greek rap right now.
Have you heard the rap Avgolemono?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. All right, let's stray away from minority groups here. That is such a good song, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to that later. Now, let's do our returning thing. Oh, my mind just blanked. I'm so sorry. Weird sex fact. Andrew told me on the train here
Yeah.
about a little something called Poseidon's Kiss.
Ooh.
Andrew, please inform us.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't call it a sex fact, but
Well, it's a dirty fact.
yeah, we'll call it.
Well,
Yeah, because
I
it's
mean,
pretty dirty. Like,
you
like
could make
it-
literally dirty.
If you're, if you're with someone on the toilet and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
taking a dump, it is sex.
You could classify that. So
Someone's into it somewhere, Angelique. Someone's into it. By someone, I mean me. Quit judging me.
Yeah. Well, then again, like quarter
Okay.
of the world's population don't have access to toilets, so
True.
yeah, it'd be a small minority, but
Yeah.
but a minority.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
Secrecy.
Anyway,
Don't
we
knock
have to
it till-
actually tell them what the Poseidon's
Don't knock
kiss
it till you
is.
try it.
Yeah, so Poseidon's kiss is where you're sitting down, having a good time, either reading
On the toilet.
on the toilet.
Specify.
Yeah, you're sitting on the toilet, and then some bowel movements, and
It's a
then
very eloquent way to put it.
It is.
well, you're taking a dump basically.
You're dropping your kids off at the pool.
There's going to be some big kids. I can tell you that. But yeah, it's sort of the. What is that? Is it Newton's second law? Can't remember.
Objects in motion stay in motion. I'm pretty sure that's.
I was thinking
Newton's
equal and
second law.
opposite. Is that the third one?
I think that's a third.
Yeah, the third law. You know.
I did physics. I
Yeah, I
should
think
know
it's
that.
I did it too.
think it's
I
the third
can't
law.
remember. It's been about 6
It's the
weeks.
third law.
Yeah, third law. Yeah.
Same. It's been 3 weeks. I should remember this.
Yeah. It's so basically a projectile going down into a body of water. Okay, it's a dump. You're taking a dump. It's going into the.
Just
it's going,
say it,
it's,
you're
you're taking
killing
a dump.
us.
You're going into the toilet, and then there's a little a splash back. That might a little touch.
Little on your
A little,
asshole.
a little
Or is that?
kiss.
Can you redo that?
A little bit of on your asshole.
A little kiss from Poseidon.
A little, yeah. Pretty much. It's pretty much.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. And with that, a little horror story. That's a daily horror story. Let's continue with the theme. And I was telling you guys in the break, I've got a little one, my first ever moment of heartbreak. I
Aw, this is
invited
so
a girl.
cute.
I was like
Sadly
12
cute.
at a 2-week camp,
Okay.
and I invited a girl to the official
Was
dance.
this the
Was this Jesus camp?
serial killer camp?
Yes to both. and it was this little dance, and I invited this girl to it, and she said yes, and it was like, it was real sappy.
Yeah.
Went along, and it was going really great. I thought it was going amazing,
How great?
real great, like 7 out of 10 great.
7 out of 10. Oh,
7 out
That's
of
like
10
above
great.
average.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is above average.
Well, so this 5 is average,
Well, yeah. And we
Yeah.
were.
That's for a normal distribution, though, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're not going into outliers. So I sort of went away for like 10 minutes to talk to some friends, came back, and she was making out with this other guy, who was my best mate, who continued to become an even better mate after that, and it just broke my heart.
Okay, so when you
Broke
tell
my
me the
heart.
story, first off, you did not tell me that you left her. See, the reason why
For
she
like
hooked
10
up with that
minutes.
guy
What do
is
you
because
think
you left her.
Well,
What do you
It
think
was
she's,
like
he's
all
going to
right.
come up and take her away?
No, she's your date. You stay with her.
I don't.
What
Yeah,
if he has
like
to take a piss or something?
that.
Well, get Poseidon's kiss.
Well,
The only kiss I'm gonna get tonight, apparently.
kiss on the daily.
Yeah, that's.
How are
Kind
you taking a dump?
What? How am I taking a dump?
You said kiss on the belly, didn't you?
Kiss on the belly.
On the daily.
Well,
that's a
that
belly.
is
I'm like,
deep impact.
I'm like, that's like
Girls
going
shit too,
down,
you know.
up, and then like doing some curves around a bit.
Backflip.
Oh, yeah.
360.
Parkour.
When I take a dump, I don't just take a dump. I make it awesome.
Yeah.
That I don't. It's
Hey.
actually really sad, and there's a lot of flexing of the face.
You need to eat some
A
vegetables.
lot of grunting. If I'm so
He needs to
healthy-
eat in general.
Yeah. One way to
Yeah.
avoid the Poseidon's kiss, though, just for all you listeners out there who don't know this,
You jump.
okay, you can
Hey!
just lay a little bit of toilet paper down before you take that little bowel movement.
Do you know what I do? I just squat.
It doesn't splash.
I squat, or I aim for the rim of the bowl, so it doesn't hit the water.
How do you aim
move,
for that?
You move the motion
Well,
of the
I
object.
don't like stand on my legs and then hope. You just squat a little bit off the bowl. You don't have to like across the room try and projectile it in. Not good. I don't like do it into my hand and then throw it like a monkey.
Logistics of taking a poo.
That's next week's topic. Stop stealing.
Foreshadowing.
It is foreshadowing. Well, I have the feeling that I'm gonna have like somewhat close friends listening to this podcast and just being like, "Wow, they've run out of ideas." This is what happens when Jacob's missing. It just goes to hell. Hello again, and welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. That's right. We're still here and we're not leaving.
Never ever.
Never. We're on strike. Take back the airwaves. We're airwave pirates.
Yeah.
Taking the 7 waves.
Do you write all your own jokes?
Yes. I don't know if it would be sadder if I wrote my own jokes or if someone else did.
I know.
I don't know what's worse. Now, we're going back to last week's segment because it was just that popular to me. Cosmo sex tips. And Angelique, our lovely guest, is going to read them.
Yes, I have some lovely tips here to share with you. So, ladies, listen up, because apparently these are the ways to pleasure your man, which, let's not even get
Well, you don't have to be a lady to want to pleasure your man, Angelique.
Oh, this is
Keep
true.
an open
Why'd you
mind.
I'm
shame?
sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm not being very inclusive. I'm really sorry.
You're not.
I'm just drawing from my
What
own
happened
experiences.
to female empowerment?
I'm just drawing from my own experiences.
Well, with women.
As a straight white woman. Okay? Leave me alone.
Same.
Same.
Okay. So, this Cosmo sex tip is called Pop His Cork. And this is an oral sex technique that they call the screw.
Screw.
I'm like, that's what... Anyway.
Does it involve nuts?
No.
Oh.
Uses your mouth.
Oh.
Clearly. Oral sex.
That's what I've been doing wrong.
You thought it was oral with your ears.
Well, no,
I wondered it wouldn't go in.
no. Wait, is that oral? No, I've been using thermometers. Haven't you heard that? What's the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer? The taste. Oh, I love that joke.
Oh my god.
Please continue.
Okay, so this is the screw. So apparently, as you're moving up his shaft with your mouth, turn your head a bit from side to side, letting your tongue follow along a corkscrew pattern. When you get to the frenulum, the part of the shaft just beneath the head, be sure to lick it for a few seconds before moving all the way up to the top. Then repeat moving down his shaft. What will drive him wild about this is that you aren't just going up and down, you're also going sideways. It's 3D.
When you describe that, I've just got that scene from The Exorcist when her head turns. Oh, let me please you. But the noise you'd make with that movement, can't you just move your tongue, not your head? I mean,
I don't know.
I haven't really given that many, oral things to dudes in my time, but
By that many, do you mean like 5? Or
I was
all up?
I have to make a few phone calls to check.
Okay.
Check if it counts.
Does it count if you were doing it for something?
Baboon. It's alright, if it's in another language, that's okay. Continue. Next sex tip.
The next sex tip is called Pocket Full of Pleasure. This is when he's least
Is it like Mary
expecting
Poppins?
it. When he's least expecting it, tell your man you need some change. Then stick your hand in his pocket and start rubbing his penis through the fabric, pretending you're really digging around for that coinage you need. When he's good and hard, whisper something Mae Westish in his ear like, "Is that a roll of quarters in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?" He'll practically bust out of his pants. Thank you so much, Susan Block, for that tip, by the way.
What if he just gives you, PayPass?
Well,
Just take the PayPass, man.
What would be really funny is when you go, "I want some change," he just goes, "I'm trying, alright? I'm trying, what? Nothing's enough.
Keep your coins, I want change.
I'm not some vending machine. I try for you, but it's never enough. This is over. Take the kids. I want to go live on a beach." Sorry, that really hit a deep place with me. Shout out to my ex-wife. Oh, by the way, Mum, I got married.
Oh my God.
On to the next tip.
Next tip. It's called the hot dog. So,
Yeah, it is. Right?
these are
Dip
really
your man's
great.
penis into some oil and make sure it's nice and deep fried. Sprinkle some flour or breadcrumb for extra crunch. Sorry.
Don't forget your
Personal archives.
Don't forget your ketchup and mustard. When you bite into that sausage.
I mustard have you now, please.
So before giving him oral sex, position yourself so you're sitting to the side, almost perpendicular to his penis. Cup your hand around his member, creating a bun around his hot dog. Then kiss the part of his penis. Oh my god. Boys are trying to reenact this on the microphones.
I'm just trying to get perpendicular. It's just like
Yeah.
more like.
I like how they've used mathematical terms.
Yeah, it's
Make
like-
sure
it's
you're
very-
at
it's
a
very
90
inclusive
degree,
to, you know,
90 degree angle adjacent to his
I
virile
just want
member.
a diagram. If you're going to show me some sex tips, at least show me how to bloody do it. Not
Yeah,
describe it to me.
Yeah, some people are visual people.
Yeah.
Dear Cosmopolitan,
Stop being discriminatory.
please explain.
PLS plus explain.
Please continue.
Oh yeah. So create a bun around his hot dog, then kiss the part of his penis that's exposed while breathing hard. Your hand will trap
Your
your
hyperventilator buzz. He's just standing there like, honey, Suzanne, you all. Oh. God, that's terrible.
Your hand will trap your exhalations and make his member feel super hot. With your other hand, work his testicles so he'll think he's died and gone to heaven.
I wish.
What
that
if he does that?
Wait,
True.
is that the whole tip?
That's the whole tip.
So you just blow on it?
Yeah, pretty
And-
much.
Okay.
Perpendicular.
Well, there was a
Make sure
gr-
you're perpendicular.
Yeah, perpendicular.
There was a great metaphor of a woman describing how she likes to, cup her man's precious. And it was, I like to use them as, what was it, Chinese meditation balls.
That's actually a great way to think about it.
And I just like to swish them. It was terrible.
It's actually a great way to think
All
about
right,
it.
all right, we got time for one more. We'll go one more.
Okay.
One more.
All right. This
Make
is
sure it's a good one.
Oh, pressure. Oi, oi, oi.
Dear Cosmopolitan, please provide sound files of how my man should sound. I can't tell if he's pleased or just really damn scared. I wonder if I'm just going to write in and be like, Dear Cosmopolitan, I don't know what's happened, but my boyfriend really seems to enjoy these tips. Although my children are scared as hell when they hear what's going on.
All right, so last sex tip. This is called unhand your man. So give your man a massage without using your hands. Before you begin, slowly undress
wait.
your partner, but make sure he stays warm.
Wait, so massage
Yes.
him through his clothes. Take him off.
No,
Make sure
without
he's warm.
using your hands.
Yeah,
Wait, how are you going to take his clothes off without using your hands? Use your body, yeah.
Can you help me?
Keeping your hands at your side or behind your back, stroke his body, all except for his penis, with your face, hair, and breasts.
So you look like a human seal.
I don't know about you, but I would not want like this hair in your way. Like, what? No.
Just be like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. It's
You look
Meg.
you look like a mermaid if the top half was fish.
Once he's totally relaxed, rub your breasts against his
Is
penis.
that what you call it?
Relaxed. All right.
And he'll happily rise to the occasion.
What if you can't?
Wait, so the whole tip is undress him by not using your hands.
The whole tip is
And then just, whack your hair around a bit.
whip your hair back and forth.
But what if you got like short hair or something?
Yeah.
Why do they
A
just
tr-
assume you got long hair?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they should provide like bonus tip for that. Make sure, well, for all tips,
Or maybe
make
get, like-
sure you're using the voice of Austin Powers of, am I making you horny? Just as you're flailing about uncontrollably. Oh, that is just absolutely amazing. And with those amazing tips, That brings our show to an end.
A delicious end.
A delicious, fantastic end. Thank you guys so much for coming on today.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. And I really hope those sex tips work for you, Aiden.
Well, I'm not going to use them. Let's be real here.
It's going to be a while.
You've been listening to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. And thank you all for listening. This topic was, horror stories. And, I mean, come into our Facebook page or Twitter, Loony Poony Sin, for both of those. And write in. Next topic is parenthood. We're going to be talking about on air. It's going to be terrific.
Ooh, fun.
This was Loony Poony on Sin Nation. Thank you all for listening.